For your first activity, practicing finding the circumference of circles, you guys are going to do a pie throwing activity here. So when you click on this link here on Canvas, the 13A pie throwing, it is going to pop up this. It's going to force you to make a copy. So click there, let it load for just a few seconds so it can populate everything in. And this is what it's going to look like. So right now it's defaulted to 100%. If you go up here to your zoom feature where it says 100%, I would zoom it out. This is 75%. I'd say that's a pretty good zoom. If you want to go a little smaller, you can, however you would like to do it. So I'm going to set it to 75% here. So you can read through the situation. Basically, you're going to do these different problems. You're going to find the circumference of each of these different circles as you move through the levels, and you're going to be throwing pies at the teacher. So you can see here's the student with a pie in his hand, and here is the teacher. So you're going to know if you're answering correctly because a new pie will be thrown. So if you remember back to solving proportions, we did an activity like this, but the person was throwing snowballs instead. Actually, I think it was a penguin. I think it was a penguin throwing snowballs. So you guys can read through this situation, read through the directions. The one thing that I want to point out to you, I guess two things, is you want to use 3.14 for pi. So I know on your calculators you have a pi button. Do not use that pi button. Instead, type in 3.14. So use the estimate for pi on this practice activity. You're going to round to the nearest hundredth. So remember, that means you want two numbers after the decimal point. Okay, so 3.14 for pi rounds to the nearest hundredth. You're just going to type in your numerical answers. You are not going to type in the units. So centimeters, inches, you don't need to type in those units. So when you're ready to get started, you're going to put an X in the pink box where it says level 1, and your level 1 problems are going to pop up. So it's going to be your job, your guys' goal, to work your way through the first 3 levels. So level 1, level 2, level 3. Each one has 6 questions. Some of them you'll be given a picture of the circle. Some you will not be given a picture. You will be either given the radius, which remember is halfway across the circle, or you'll be given the diameter, which is all the way across the circle. So you're going to work your way through the first 3 levels. Level 4 is going to be a challenge level. So this one's a little bit more tricky. If you're feeling up for a challenge, go ahead and try to complete level 4. But it's the requirement or the goal that you guys finish the first 3 levels, level 1, 2, and 3. So let's just talk through this first one together so you can see how you know whether your answer is correct or incorrect. So we are given a diameter of 1 foot. Okay, so remember the formula for finding the circumference of a circle is pi times the diameter. So in this case, we're going to use 3.14 for pi, and then the diameter is 1 foot. So we're simply taking 3.14 and multiplying it by 1, which is still just 3.14. So we'll type in 3.14 here as our circumference of our circle. You can either click enter or you can just click off of the box. And if you entered the correct answer, you're going to see the student throw his first pie. Now, if I would have typed in 5 instead, that means it's an incorrect answer because no pies were thrown. So as you continue on, you're going to see pies all the way across here, eventually hitting the teacher. That's how you know that you've gotten the level correct. And then also, you are going to earn badges up here. So you'll have 3 badges by the time you're done with the first 3 levels. When you have those 3 badges, you are going to take a snip of the badges. You're going to head back to the Canvas assignment, and you are going to submit those badges here. All right, have fun.